Hello, this is me again, your cameraman, Daniel Drebsky, for part 2 of this new updated video on April 18th, 2022. Right now it's raining outside in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, and I got plenty more of these vintage Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment VHS tapes. Now we're moving from 1981 to 1982. By 1982, that was the year when Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment headquarters was moved from Fifth Avenue, New York City, to the Columbia Plaza, known as on the exact address of Alameda Avenue. The Alameda Avenue headquarters ran from 1982 to late 1986, and also by around mid 1982, like certain tapes in black and white and color, they put it in color film and the black and white film. And they changed the FBI warning screen from 1979 warning screen to 1982 warning screen. But they still show the 79 warning screen in those 82 tapes, especially for the Fifth Three Stooges volume. Yep. The Golden Voice of Sinbad, Last Detail, and the Columbia Cartoons with Mr. Magoo on Volume 5 in the exact series. Yep. And some of the old Columbia films, they still remain without the Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment logo. They starting the movie without the logo. Yep. When I first started in 1982. And by late 1982, it was changed from Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment to RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video without the logo. It was just with the words logo back then. Yep. Let's start with one of the titles in those 1982 releases. Here's Truman Capote's classic of In Cold Blood, based on the book by Truman Capote. Stars with Robert Blake and Scott Wilson and John Forsythe. Filmed it in black and white in 1967, and this film shocked the whole world when they murdered an innocent family for money. They even did a TV movie about this during of the 90s. And also they started putting like the Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment UPC code on there since mid-82. This is just one of the last ones to be released with that fat red uniform. Yep, I don't see any print date on it. In Cold Blood's really a great movie from 1967. The next one we got in those tapes are Hellcats of the Navy. The stars with Ronald Reagan and Nancy Davis, made in 1957. It was filmed probably in color. Yep. Ronald Reagan became a president since the early 80s. He was a bad actor, but he was a great president. This is the 82 release. Still have the gate opening box packaging. Yep. Here's what this cassette looks like. This is the original. The next one we got in 82 Columbia tapes, one of the best films of 76 is The Taxi Driver. One of Robert De Niro's performance. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Co-stars with Jodie Foster, Harvey Keitel, yep, and it's directed by Martin Scorsese, the one who brought you Raging Bull and Goodfellas. I think I showed you the other copy of The Taxi Driver on one of my previous update videos. Like the 1983 reissue, yep. This movie was first reissued in early 1983, then it was reissued again in 1985, then on Good Times home video release in 1989. This is at this time, in around mid-82, when the Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment sticker labels were changing from the red uniform and to make thinner uniform labeling, yep. And they put the format names on there. They put the VHS and Beta on there. Yep. This is one of the first releases ever had the 1982 warning screen at the end. Yep. like they first did with Neighbors and Richard Pryor Alive with Sunset Strip. The next one we got here is a couple of the soap titles, like that is like Remy Scheider in A Simple Story, made in 1977, a French Academy Award winner for Best Actress, Remy Scheider, 1978. Offer French attire from the American Academy Award, the Best Foreign Film, 1980. This is the mid-82 original. Yep. Dub it in English. And it says, a simple thing is a simply super. Makes us feel we are eavesdropping on life rather than watching the movie, by Kevin Thomas, Los Angeles Times. I used to have this on VHS when I lived in New York. The one I had was just a reprint. Show you what this cassette looks like. Titles. Now we got here a foreign film called Sex Shop. It was made in 1973 or something. Yep. A color film dubbed in English. Yep. Show you what this tape looks like. I see sticker label from early 1983 by RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video. Has a VHS logo. Yep. This tape is printed it on the 16th week of 1985. This is a reprint. Yep. At least it's worth hard to find the copy. I got some more of these the Columbia titles. It's coming right up. We're going to start with the early ones. Yeah. We'll do these ones a little later. We got some early 1983 of the Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment titles. Well, in 1982, late 82, RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video first release of Things Are Tough All Over with Cheech Chong and the musical Stravadancer of Annie with Albert Finney. Yep. Let's start by early 1983, they first put the RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video logo in those packagings. And they've been doing it from early 1983 up to 1991. And by that time, in January of 83, they still continued doing the gate opening boxes of these titles till they stopped doing that in March of early 1983. Let's start with this 1964 classic comedy of Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bombs, directed by Stanley Kubrick. Peter Sellers, George C. Scott, also stars with Sterling Hayden, Keenan Wynn, and Slim Pickens from Blazing Saddles. This was one of the greatest comedy classic thriller ever made. Show you what this tape looks like. It was out in early 1983. I have this exact copy in Betamax. This is out the same time as with Funny Girl. At the end of this tape has the early 83 warning screen at the end in black and white. Around that time when You Never Get Rich first came out on video cassette. Stars with Rita Hayworth and Fred Astaire. You know how much I love Fred Astaire, don't you? Now we got here some subtitles like Going Places, made in 1974. This is in early 83 packaging, yep. They still have a black and white film and the color film on one of these tapes. It was made from Cinema 5 Limited in 1974. This is what the packaging looks like. This is what this tape looks like. Now it takes me some time to close the damn thing. By March of 1983, they discontinued doing the gate opening boxes, because by that time they changed it to like when you open up your favorite size of the boxes. So I'm going to show you for like a sample. Now since then they've been doing like opening up these boxes like that, or sometimes you open up on the top, sometimes on the bottom. Yep, from the top and bottom. And they started putting like the, sometimes a Columbia Pictures Home Entertainment UPC code on there. Sometimes an RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video UPC code on there. Now here's the reissue of Three Stooges Volume 5, and has the closed captioning label for the hearing impaired. On this tape, on this volume, you know that has Pardon My Scotch, Disorder in the Court, Healthy, Wealthy, and Dumb. I showed you some other copies of this volume in my previous videos. Here's what this tape looks like. They added with some Stooges tapes in there. At that time, the 6 Three Stooges volumes came to home video. On the exact volume had Plumbing We Will Go. Yep. Now we got here Monty Python's, and now for something completely different. Made in 1977, has Eric Idle, Terry Jones, yep, and Terry Gilliam and John Cleese. Yep. The other Monty Python movie it was released from the from Columbia Pictures was the one with the Holy Grail. This is the early 83 first reissue. It originally came out back in 1982, mid-82. Show you what this tape looks like. I used to have this on VHS when I lived in New York, till it got water damage. There's the original. Yep. Next one we got here is early 1983 release of the Columbia Pictures Cartoons Volume 6 Cartoon Classics. These cartoons are from UPA back in the 50s. And it has no Mr. Magoo cartoons, but it has one of the Jolly Folly cartoons. Popcorn Story, Pete Hothead, Christopher Crumpet, Unicorn in the Garden, Bally Oop, Four Wheels No Brakes with Pete Hothead, The Rise of Dutang Lang, and Family Circle. And all I know, back when I was a kid, I used to rent out the 1985 reissue of this volume when it's in Magic Window. And I found out when I was a kid it was originally in 1983. Show you what this tape looks like. There's the original. The one I have from the 83 packaging tape was reprinted in 1984. Here's something from early 1983. It is The Butterflies Are Free, Academy Award winner from 1972 of Ellen Hackett, Best Supporting Actress. This film stars with Goldie Hawn and Alan Hackett and Edward Albert. Yep. This is in early '83. And it has no UPC code on it. This happens to be a little reprint. Show you what this cassette looks like. This is the 1985 reprint. Yep. On this tape was printed it on the 29th week of 1985. Yep. Now here's the 1939 classic Golden Boy that has with Barbara Stanwyck, Adolph Manjur, and the young William Holden. This is the first film debut for William Holden. Before he did Sunset Boulevard, Bridge on the River Choir, and Born Yesterday. Early '83 original. Yep. This ain't exactly as Here Comes Mr. Jordan. Here's what this tape looks like. Here's some more of the subtitles. We got here is the Sensual Man. It was made in 1974, and it's a subtitle film. Yep, double in English. Show what this tape looks like. Here's this cassette. This tape was printed it on the 31st week of 1984. And here's the last one from early '83, Fireman's Ball, made in 1968, some kind of like a British comedy film. Yep. Released in early '83. Show you what this cassette looks like. And before we end the second part of the video, I'm going to show you some late 1983 ones. Hold on. We got here some late 1983 ones, or mid '83. Let's start with Peter Sellers' comedy of The Mouse That Roared in 1959. By that time, RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video changed from titles way from there into the home video distributor titles like that since mid '83. They did that when He-Man and the Masters of the Universe first came out around mid '83. God, I like Peter Sellers when he did the Pink Panther films. The next one we have here was the subtitle of Like Joseph or something like that. It was made in 1982, and this is on VHS around mid '83. This is one of the first titles ever released it with the 1983 FBI warning screen. They first did that with the 7 Three Stooges volume and Straight Jacket. Yep. And sorry about the crown because it's been taken off from the owner of the video store. Now we got here. We got here a movie that stars with Spencer Tracy and Frank Sinatra in The Devil at 4 O'Clock, made in 1961. This is a mid-1983 VHS. Yep. At the end of this tape I checked, it has like the 1979 FBI warning scream at the end. Probably around mid-83, around the summertime, they must have changed the warning, like the fat warning scream into a thin warning scream on there, since mid-83. I like Spencer Tracy. The next one, by late 1983, RCA Columbia Pictures home video packagings would change it from a color film and black and white film into black and white and color. They even printed it in USA. Let's start with another movie that Peter Sellers stars with Goldie Hawn, and there's A Girl in My Soup from 1970. Yep. This is the late 83. And this tape happens to be a little reprint. Yep. Here's the late 83 sticker label, like they used it on the third Three Stooges volume. This tape was printed it on the 46th week of 1986. This tape was printed it on November 3rd, 1986. And now here's the Three Stooges feature-length movie, Three Stooges Meet Hercules, in 1962. Yep, this is a late 1983 original release. Around that time, when it was when RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video reissued of the earlier Three Stooges volumes, like volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Show you what this tape looks like. No print date on it. This is a Holy Grail VHS. I have the other copy of the Three Stooges Meet Hercules that I got it from when the Video Rent All at 99th Street was permanently out of business. And here's one of the greatest movies of 1957 with William Holden in The Bridge on the River Kwai. Yep. Originally, this movie came out on VHS was 1981. And 1982, early 83, this is a reissue in late 83. Instead of putting VH on it, they put like numbers instead. Like it's 60160. Like it was reissued of the fourth of the volumes of the Three Stooges volumes 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, has this color on it. And you're gonna see what this tape looks like. This is the 85 sticker label. This tape was printed on the 37th week of 1985. A memorable moment I like in the movie when the bridge blew up. And the train fell down too. Hold on. I had to fix the tape. We got here part 2 of Bridge on the River Kwai. Yep. These titles were just kind of reissued in the fall of 1983 when they first created the Beta Hi-Fi for your Betamax tapes. Here's what this tape looks like. Here's the barcode crown. This tape was printed on the 37th week of 1985. And The Bridge on the River Kwai was also reissued in early 1986 when they made the tape into one single length instead of like double length. And here's the and here's a foreign film of the 1981's The Boat. Originally, The Boat came out on VHS around late 1982 by RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video, and it was reissued again in early 1983, and this is reissued again in late 1983. This is also a 1984 reprint. A color film doubled in English, printed it in USA. Yep. Here's what this tape looks like. Early 83 sticker label. This tape was printed it on... I'm looking. The 42nd week of 1984. This is just like the exact copy when Funny Girl was like a reprint. And before we end the 1983 tapes, I got something to tell you. By late 1983, they changed from the VHS square logo into a line logo since late 1983, when it was the first video release of He-Man Volume 5. Now here's a movie that stars with Steve McQueen and Lee Remick in The Baby, the Rain Must Fall in 1964. Here's what this tape looks like. By that time, the sticker label with RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video TM, they put like two dots on the middle of like the logo of the trademark. Yep. They started doing that since late 1983. So that's all the 1983 VHS tapes I'm going to show you. So that wraps it up from 1982 and the whole entire 1983 titles. I'll see you for part 3 when I'll show you some takes releases of 1984 of RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video titles. I'll see you later, and try to subscribe, but now I have to charge my camera. Goodbye.